Hey everybody, Marty Mazur, good evening. It's the 25th of August, 2016. I'm going to keep it quick in the audio tonight. I haven't done an audio for you in a while. I want to preface it, though, with just a comment on the blog. Those of you who click here on your email frequently have noticed a new look to the blog, and with that, for us, comes a new administrative platform that allows us to better track what's going on in terms of activity and hits and so forth. And what you've noticed lately, as I've been sending a couple videos a week, you get my TV spot and then you get something from me on the weekend. What I'm seeing now, though, is a lot of hit and miss in terms of what's getting your attention. And one thing for sure, folks, I don't want to send stuff to you that isn't helpful, that you don't find insightful, useful, and doesn't really help you put things into perspective the way I like it to. And the videos, for example. Now, there's a few of you, I know you're listening because you always do, and you've given me some great feedback. So I know there's a few of you who really get a lot out of the video. But when you look at the number of people who are actually listening or watching the video relative to the number who receive the email, it's really marginal. I think brevity is going to be key going forward. So I just want to give you all a heads up that when I send you things, I'm going to do my darndest to make fewer points and make them a bit more succinctly. If you're like me, you like information, but you don't like to have to read a book to get to the bottom line every day. At times, I feel a little humorous, and I think there may be something that I hope will be entertaining. I get good feedback from a lot of that. Sometimes it strays from just market stuff, and I talk about lately the sentiment of crowds and kind of imply that as we watch the politicians on both sides of the aisle do their thing, that we want to be aware of crowd mentality in the process and make sure we don't fall into some of that. And so there is going to be some variety, but I'm going to do my darndest to make it pertinent and maybe even come to you fewer times during the week. Now, if any of this provokes feedback from any of you, please feel free to shoot me an email and let me know what you think. Let me know what's working for you, what's not, and so on. And I just want to make sure, again, that the time we spend on the blog here is valuable to you, and that we'll keep trying to do it right and better always as time goes on. As for the market right now, just to keep it really quick, the Fed is meeting in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, as they do each year, with central bankers from all over the world. Janet Yellen speaks tomorrow. Market is very interested in what she has to say. Jackson Hole has been a venue in the past for huge Fed announcements that have been market moving. I do not expect one tomorrow. I think this Fed is very careful with markets as I speak, or as we experience 2016 and the uniqueness with the election and so forth that's coming up. The dollar, as I suggested in Tuesday's video, is problematic for the Fed when the rest of the world's central banks are in very accommodative mode, and I think that's high on their list of concerns as they figure out when they're going to move the Fed funds rate up by another quarter point. I'll tell you that Janet Yellen, from what I read and in her words, she's not at all anxious to do that, but she is indeed getting some pressure from a number of people on her team. And so we'll see. Right now, Fed funds futures would suggest that the earliest will be December. That makes sense to me. I'll be surprised if it's September, but some economists are actually calling for and predicting that they move in September. So we'll see. There'll be more commentary I'll have to offer up on that, of course, because that'll be heavily in the media over the next few weeks and months. And so for tonight, I will leave it there. Again, if there's any feedback that you'd like to offer me, and feel free to be completely brutal and honest. I promise I can take it in terms of, again, what's working for you, what's not on the blog, and we'll do our best to accommodate you going forward. Thanks, folks. As always, appreciate your time and attention, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.